Have you ever stood up too quickly and felt a little off balance? Like the room tilted just a little? Or maybe you found yourself grabbing the counter or a chair just for a second without even thinking about it. It's something so small, you might not give it much thought, but those little moments of imbalance, they're not just coincidences. They're warnings. Quiet little whispers from your body saying, "Pay attention. I need your help." And if you're a woman in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, those whispers might be turning into louder messages. Doctors have been sounding the alarm because nearly 99% of older women will experience balance issues. And here's the truth no one tells you. Most of it is avoidable. That's right. In many cases, it's not just aging. It's mistakes we don't even know we're making. Today, we're going to talk about those mistakes. Not to scare you, but to empower you. Because the more you understand your body, the more control you have over your health. And trust me, balance isn't just about walking steady. It's about confidence, independence, and safety. It's about staying on your feet and staying in charge of your life. So let's take a walk together through the small shifts that can make a world of difference, starting with the first mistake that slips past almost everyone. One of the most common mistakes? Neglecting your feet. You'd be surprised how much balance starts right there. At the very bottom, your feet are your foundation, but many older women don't give them the care they deserve. Maybe you're wearing the same house slippers from 10 years ago, or maybe your shoes are too flat or too narrow. You might think, it's just footwear, but what's under your feet determines how well you stand and how confidently you move. Thin soles, worn-out insoles, or improper support can cause tiny shifts in your posture, forcing your knees, hips, and spine to work harder just to keep you upright. Over time, this throws off your entire center of gravity. One small trip over a rug, and suddenly it's more than just a stumble. It's a fall. So what can you do? Start by checking your shoes, not just for comfort, but for stability. Look for a solid heel base, a non-slip sole, and enough room for your toes to spread naturally. Orthopedic or supportive sneakers don't need to be clunky or expensive. In fact, many of the best ones are lightweight, stylish, and designed specifically for seniors. And don't forget, inside your home matters too. Walk barefoot when you can. Strengthen those foot muscles. Your balance starts there at the ground level, literally. Now let's talk about the second silent culprit. Something you may not realize is impacting your balance every single day. Lack of hydration. Yes, water. That simple, often overlooked part of our daily lives. As we age, our sense of thirst dulls. You might not feel thirsty, but your body could be running low. And when you're even slightly dehydrated, your blood pressure can drop. Your muscles don't respond as quickly. Your brain slows its signals. All of this affects your reaction time and your ability to maintain balance, especially when moving from sitting to standing. So the next time you feel a little dizzy or lightheaded, ask yourself, have I had enough water today? Add a squeeze of lemon or a few cucumber slices to make it more enjoyable. Keep a glass within reach, even if you're not heading outside. Hydration isn't just about staying refreshed, it's about staying stable. Let's move to something that surprises many older women, but is incredibly common: skipping strength exercises. You might say, but I walk every day. Isn't that enough? Walking is wonderful. It keeps the heart pumping and the joints moving. But balance requires more than just motion. It needs muscle strength, especially in the legs, hips, and core. Here's the thing. When your muscles shrink, which naturally happens with age, your stability suffers. That means you may start relying more on walls, chairs, or furniture, not because you're weak, but because your body isn't getting the signals it used to. Simple strength exercises, like sitting and standing from a chair without using your hands, holding a wall squat for 10 seconds, or doing gentle leg lifts while brushing your teeth. These are small efforts that build incredible strength. And strength builds balance. You don't need a gym. You don't need heavy weights. You just need consistency and intention. The beauty of it is, it doesn't take hours. Just a few minutes a day, and your muscles will start to remember how to support you. And the best part? You'll feel it. You'll feel steadier, more grounded, and more confident as you move through your home or down the grocery aisle. Now, here's something that most people don't consider until it becomes a problem. Vision changes. Yes, Your eyesight affects your balance more than you might think. Your eyes help you judge distances, sense movement, and adjust your posture. But if you're wearing outdated glasses or your peripheral vision has changed, your brain is working twice as hard just to process what's around you. That means slower reaction times, misjudged steps, and increased risk of falls. Make it a habit to get your vision checked annually, even if you think it hasn't changed. And choose frames that allow for a full field of vision. Progressive lenses can be helpful for reading and walking, but they can also cause distortion if you're not used to them. If you find yourself tilting your head or missing steps, talk to your optometrist about lens options that suit your lifestyle. These first few changes may seem small, but the difference they make? It's powerful. When your feet are grounded, your body is nourished, your muscles are engaged, and your vision is clear. You're not just standing stronger, you're living stronger. So now that we've looked at your feet, your hydration, your strength, and even your vision, let's talk about something that's just as important, but often forgotten: how you move through your own home. Think about this for a moment. Your home should be your safest place, but for many seniors, it's quietly filled with hazards. And I don't mean dramatic things like broken stairs or slippery bathtubs. I'm talking about the little things. The coffee table that juts out just enough to catch your toe, the rug that curls at the edges, the low footstool that blends into the carpet. These are the kinds of things that cause more falls than you'd imagine. Here's what happens. You're walking to get a glass of water, your mind is on something else, and your toe catches that tiny bump in the carpet. You lose your footing, and suddenly your body has to respond in milliseconds. But if your reflexes aren't sharp, your muscles aren't strong, or your eyes didn't see it coming, your balance goes, and that's all it takes. So here's the fix. Do a walkthrough of your living space with fresh eyes. Ask yourself, if I was a little tired or off balance, could this trip me? Make changes that create wide, clear walking paths. Tape down rugs. Move furniture so you don't have to shuffle around it. Add lights in dim hallways or next to your bed. You're not making your home less beautiful. You're making it more supportive of the powerful woman you are. It's not just about avoiding a fall. It's about creating a space that honors your safety and independence. And that brings us to another mistake many older women unknowingly make: not using assistive tools when needed. There's a deep sense of pride that comes with doing things on your own, and I get that. But balance tools like canes, walking sticks, or even simple grab bars aren't signs of weakness. They're signs of wisdom. They say, I'm smart enough to use every tool available to keep myself strong and safe. Some women resist using a cane because they think it makes them look old or frail. But let me ask you this. What looks stronger, walking confidently with a cane or stumbling and falling without one? Choosing the right tool is like choosing the right shoes or the right glasses. It's just part of taking care of yourself. And don't forget, there are some wonderfully designed options out there now. Lightweight, stylish, foldable walking aids that fit right into your lifestyle. If it helps you move better, stand taller, and stay active longer, it's a tool of empowerment, not limitation. Now let's talk about something a little unexpected: your medications. Yes, the pills you take every day to help your heart, your bones, or your blood pressure could be affecting your balance. Certain medications, especially when mixed with others, can cause dizziness, drowsiness, or even a sense of unsteadiness. And the older we get, the more sensitive we become to side effects. Have you ever stood up from your chair and felt a little woozy? Or turned around quickly and felt like your legs weren't quite under you? It might not be age, it might be your medication. That's why it's so important to review your prescriptions regularly with your doctor or pharmacist. Ask them directly, are any of these affecting my balance or coordination? You'd be amazed how often small adjustments, like changing the time you take a pill or switching to a different brand, can improve how you feel on your feet. Also, don't forget about over-the-counter stuff. Sleep aids, allergy meds, cold medicine. Many of them can interfere with your nervous system or lower your blood pressure without you realizing it. When you're over 60, nothing is just a vitamin or just a little something. Everything matters, and your awareness of it matters even more. And finally, one of the biggest balance mistakes isn't physical at all. It's mental. It's fear. The fear of falling, the fear of looking weak, the fear of asking for help. It's the voice in your head that says, maybe I just shouldn't go out today, or I'll skip the walk this morning because I felt a little wobbly yesterday. Fear keeps you still, and stillness weakens your muscles, slows your reflexes, and feeds the very imbalance you're trying to avoid. It's a cycle, and the only way to break it is through action. Controlled, smart, empowered action. That's why everything we're talking about today, your shoes, your hydration, your home, your exercises, they all add up to one powerful result: confidence. When your body is supported, your mind feels safe. When your surroundings are secure, you move with trust. And when you move with trust, you build balance. Not just in your feet and legs, but in your life. This isn't about perfection. It's not about being 25 again. It's about building a foundation so strong, so intentional, that your balance improves year after year. Not because you're lucky, but because you're prepared. You deserve to move through life with grace and strength. You deserve to feel secure when you reach for a shelf, walk down a hallway, or greet someone at the door. These aren't privileges, they're your right, and small changes are the key to protecting that right. Now we've covered the essentials, from your feet to your hydration, your home setup to your medication. Each plays a role in how steady you feel each day. But let's not stop there. There's one more factor, one that too often gets brushed aside, even though it affects your entire body from the inside out: nutrition. What you eat doesn't just nourish your heart and brain, it fuels the very muscles and bones that hold you up. One of the most overlooked mistakes many older women make is not getting enough protein. And I'm not just talking about meat. I'm talking about the steady, daily intake of muscle-building foods: eggs, beans, lentils, yogurt, nuts, and yes, lean meats or fish. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia, and this contributes to weaker legs, shaky knees, and loss of control. If you're skipping breakfast or eating too little during the day, your muscles aren't getting what they need to stay strong and responsive. Think of protein as your balance booster. Even a small increase in daily protein intake can help maintain strength and stability. Add a boiled egg to your toast. Stir some protein powder into your smoothie. Grab a handful of almonds in the afternoon instead of cookies. These little swaps add up, and your legs will thank you. Now here's a question to ask yourself honestly. When was the last time you worked on your posture? That gentle slump when you sit, the forward tilt when you walk, the shoulders that slowly round over time. It all changes how your body distributes weight and responds to movement. And poor posture throws off your balance, sometimes without you even noticing. It puts pressure on your spine and hips and prevents your muscles from aligning the way they're supposed to. But the good news is that posture is something you can start improving today. Take a moment, right now if you want, and sit up just a little straighter. Gently roll your shoulders back, lift your chin slightly. Feel that? That's your body remembering how it was designed to hold itself. Practicing good posture while walking, sitting, or even standing at the sink doesn't take time. It just takes awareness. And awareness is the key to everything when it comes to balance. So by now, we've walked through the 8 most common and most avoidable mistakes that lead to balance issues in older women. And none of them were extreme. None of them were things you can't do. They're all within your control. Let's take a breath here, because this isn't about doing everything perfectly starting tomorrow. This is about progress. It's about choosing to make your body a priority, not an afterthought. It's about doing what you can, when you can, because every small improvement matters. And when you do that, you move differently, you breathe differently, you live differently, and you don't have to do it alone. That's the beauty of this journey. Thousands of women just like you, mothers, grandmothers, teachers, caregivers, are choosing to take back control of their balance and their independence. They're walking taller, stretching more, eating smarter, moving better. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be to start. So if something from this video made you nod or smile or think, that's me, you're already on your way. That awareness, that spark of recognition, That's the beginning of change, and the more you act on it, the stronger you get. If you've experienced balance issues, or if you've already made some of these changes, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share your story. Your experience could be the thing that gives someone else the courage to start making changes too. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more practical advice, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a tip that could protect your health. Remember this, your balance is your power. It helps you walk, dance, reach, hug, garden, explore, live. It keeps you standing, strong and proud. So let's protect that power. Let's strengthen it, feed it, support it. Let's do it together. Here's to you, living safer, moving better, and feeling more confident every day. Because age doesn't define you. Your choices do. You've got this.